Yes, welcome back. निशा मैम, आप कुछ कहेंगे? निशा मैम, am I audible? आप लोग सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
हेलो
हाँ
हेलो
जी मैम।
कल्याण सर,
हाँ जी मैम,
बोलिए।
कैसे हैं? कैसे हैं?
हाँ बस ठीक है ठीक है।
हाँ, कुछ बताइए, कुछ बताइए।
क्या बताऊँ, कुछ समझ ही नहीं आया, क्या बताऊँ।
टिके हुए तो
कोशिश
हो।
मैंने बहुत की समझने की, मगर
अभी
सुना, थोड़ा बहुत सुना।
अच्छा अच्छा।
बहुत
नहीं
हाई लैंग्वेज है आपकी।
नहीं, अगर इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है तो फिर आप ये रिकॉर्डिंग का जो लिंक है ना, उसमें आप फिर से
हाँ
देख सकते हैं। और
ओके
कुछ अगर प्रश्न आए तो हम बात भी कर सकते हैं, जी हाँ, ये वाला पोर्शन थोड़ा सा समझ सकते
ओके
हैं, है ना?
ओके ओके
ठीक,
ओके
ठीक है,
ओके
ठीक है।
ओके, थैंक यू।
ओके, तो या सो एनी रिफ्लेक्शन, एनीवन? संजनी, हाउ आर यू विथ इट?
Yeah.
Switch on your
No
video
reflection.
if feasible.
Uh, I,
It's dark.
I didn't.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a dark. I didn't on my light.
okay, okay. Yeah,
So no reflection for now.
no reflection. Okay.
I'm thinking a lot and just self-reflecting. I don't know. Uh,
Hmm.
and I was reflecting like some thoughts are coming, and that is P3. So and that thoughts creating some disturbance, and that is P3. So
P3 to
just
P2.
I
P3 is not a
P3
problem.
to
When P3 hits the P2,
it
it creates
P2.
problem.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, just I was just observing that.
Hmm. Great, great. So basically, our point of observation is P2, you know, P2 and its root. P2 and its root is the point of observation to understand the whole process. Then let's see where it leads to. So conflicts are centered at the sensation, because at the level of sensation only we experience conflicts, be it a physical pain or psychological suffering. Both are actually sensed at the sensation level.
Sensation level.
So pleasure and pain are sensation. Basically, pleasure and pain are sensation. There is nothing called neutral sensation, because these are the guide of the life. किधर जाना है बताते रहता है, इधर जाऊं या उधर जाऊं, इधर जाऊं उधर जाऊं, ये तो कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस है लाइफ की। ये किधर जाऊं पता नहीं चल रहा, तो ये पता चलने के लिए सेंसेशन है बॉडी में, सेंसेशन गोल नहीं है।
And it is not possible ever to have not to have sensation, any kind of.
No, then we are dead. We are robots. Robots do not have sensation. In fact, sensation is very important for life, and that's why the genuinity of sensation is far more important.
Yes.
Otherwise, we keep on considering the non-genuine sensation as the genuine sensation. That's a state of denial. That's a state of denial, and that's the conflict.
Yeah. And I wrote to that group also.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
saw it
you
or
mentioned
I
that.
don't know.
Yes,
But
yes. Mentioned.
yeah, that the question was, yeah, I understand that that thing.
Habit of
You really
animal feeding.
animal feeding, yes.
Yeah. So for that,
Um,
again the similar exercise. Let's do
the
it. Let's
yes.
do it together. So
So that
yeah.
irrational action happened already. The irrational action happened like the that animal made its habit through that feeding.
Yeah.
So it's not the responsibility of that animal, it's responsibility of me or us who is feeding that animal.
Okay. Okay.
So
Go on.
yeah, so that irrational action is already happened. So then how to look at it, and then what to do, what will be the rational action, what can be, again, am I what looking for the solution?
Yeah. Yeah. You are, because you are specifying a situation and finding something. What are you finding? You're finding a solution. You're trying to solve that situation because human beings have created this situation. Now human beings are responsible for this, and we must solve this particular situation which we have created. We must solve this particular situation which we have created. Do you see this?
Yes.
You are seeking for a solution. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
That what should I do? What should I do? So can I make a generalization of it and try and understand it? Here, what is happening? You are trying to help someone. You're trying to help someone, right? To find
Yeah.
out food.
Yes.
To find out food, and you also recognize that it is asking for food, which is quite common. Like animals are always seeking and searching for food. Animals, birds, and all. So
Yeah.
so now from there, can we go a little deeper? See the same. Manisha also, I'll just pin you. Yeah. Manisha, we are doing the same thing. Similar framework we are going.
Yeah.
This is quite those who know little bit about CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, or REBT in specific, rational emotive behavior therapy. This is quite similar to that. This process of inquiry, in different names, it is being exercised by the counseling fraternity also. So we are doing what we are doing now is quite similar to that. Right?
Right.
You ready, Sinjani, for this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So first we have taken the situation out of the me. The my lens is unlayered. Now it's a
Yeah.
general situation of helping a dog or helping an animal in specific. Right?
Yeah.
In the second
Yeah.
level, we specified that particular situation excluding me. Excluding me, we have specified it. Now that help phenomena, like the fear phenomena, we have extracted separately. The help phenomena, let's extract it. What is help and why at all one helps? All these aspects. So now I'm not putting any condition of help. I'm trying to understand help in general. That help, whether at all help is a special initiative or it's a natural state of being. Why at all one helps? Is it a condition being put, or it happens naturally? Can you inquire that? Help means basically interaction of two phenomena. One is helper, one is being helped. One is helping and other is being helped. Are you with it?
Yeah.
Are you with it? So here these two entities are interacting with each other. So let's try and understand why the person who is helping.
Yeah.
And why the person who is being helped is okay to be helped.
Yeah.
What is the psychological state of being? What could be the inner processing of the situation from the angle of the person who is helping and from the angle of who is being helped? Now, the person who is helping must be mentally transporting and sensing the need, trying to sense the need, trying to understand the need. Unless this happens, one will not go for helping. If it is not happening, there is a chance of faking a help because of some kind of predisposition, some kind of image in the mind. I had been told that one must help, so I have to help. This is my duty to help. So all these are image driven helping. The inquiring help when one understands the need of the individual. That doesn't end there. That doesn't end there, but it's definitely a state of being of understanding the need of another individual and the genuinity of the help. Genuinity of the help under your rational understanding. Somebody asking for alcohol. Help me get a bottle of alcohol. That's also a help for that person who is asking for it. Now, are you okay to provide it?
No,
so there
but
has to be a feasibility for the helping person to be able to help. It must be a feasible help.
Visible help.
Feasible help, like it must be feasible to help. If you are helping someone, if you can help, then only you will be able to help, right?
Yes.
So somebody is asking for alcohol and you are unable to provide it. So it's not feasible for you to help. Are you able to understand this?
And this is alcohol is unnatural, and so is meat or fish. So,
Yeah, so that's what
same thing.
your understanding, the helper's understanding, who is helping, under that understanding, something is feasible, something is not. Alcohol is not an issue here. Something which is not feasible, which is not suitable for this person to offer. So even if there is a need, then also the helping person may deny it, that it is beyond my capability. I cannot do it. You understand this phenomenon overall?
Yes. Yes.
Now coming to the state of the being of, so we have not ended it. It's just we are trying to illustrate the framework. It can go on. You know, the person who is conditioned about the help, that one must do some philanthropy. It has been told in my religion. It has been prescribed by my guru. It has been instructed by my parents. It has been told in my school that one must help. So I am not understanding the phenomena of help. I'm not going
Help is
deep.
imaginary. Help is an imagination then. It's not a fact.
Yes, because I have succumbed to those instructions, whatsoever the source may be. It is a P3, P2 loop due to which I'm taking an action. So this action is an obsessive action.
Yeah, and I was just wondering if the hunger is real.
Yeah. So there is no denial to this. This also, the individual who is sensing the urge of alcohol, he is also sensing it very real. Or you are saying that it is a survival need. That way, hunger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Hunger is very real. And for an animal, it's a guesswork that we will be doing, that it is keen hungry now. Because they
Yes.
are structured to seek food every time.
Food when it is hungry only. They don't emotionally eat or something like that.
But these kind of scenario, no, if they are in the wild scenario where the abundance of food and all are there, like you have seen for birds, it's not true that when they are hungry then only they eat. For birds, they always eat. Whenever they get, they eat, and they preserve it in their pocket. There is a second stomach. For birds, there is a second stomach. They preserve it, and then they take it to the primary stomach and digest further. So it's not, it may not be true for them that only when they are keenly hungry, then only they eat, because they have this all aspect that there is no assurity of food always. If I get a food, let me eat it. This kind of way of operation happens in the animals, and it is their natural knack to find out a food and eat it. It is their natural knack. Now, so we'll come to that a little later. But Prajakta actually trying to enter repeatedly, but she is not able to enter. So yeah. So now, who is being helped? Now, if an individual, so individuals' natural knack is to be independent. Any individual would like to be independent naturally. Unless conditioned, nobody is comfortable in getting help. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So under certain condition, that individual started considering that I must be helped. And that condition is another P3, P2 loop for that individual. And if that individual operates from a situation that I must be helped, then he becomes handicapped psychologically, that unless I am helped, I cannot survive. So now here the help is happening to handicap someone. Do you see this?
Yeah.
In most of the cases, this animal feeding is actually handicapping the animal. It goes against their natural state of survival. We spoil their food habits and the natural instinct of searching for the food. We are not naturally designed to feed animal. That is a psychological conditioning that we create to help them.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah. I was coming
yes.
from that point only.
Hmm.
That irrational thing has already happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
That habit has already been made.
Yeah.
In
And you
that,
want to
and
continue that irrational thing to counter that irrational happening. Why not to seize it right away? If it is recognized as irrational. I'm just
Yeah.
asking, I'm not proposing it.
No,
I'm
no,
not proposing it.
I'm just inquiring in myself when
Yeah.
just when you said that, so I felt some pain inside, that I felt that attachment.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is P3.
Yes. Yes.
It is
Because you
P3.
assume that without your help, that will remain hungry and it may die.
Yeah, it
Right?
may die.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a wild dog or it's a chained dog you're talking about?
No, it's a cat who just comes to it, and
Wild cat, right?
wild
So
cat.
wild
Yeah,
free cat.
it will come. Yeah, free cat. It will
Yeah.
come, and
And
in a particular
what you are
time it will come.
going to feed? Will you catch a rat and feed him?
No,
Then
no.
what you are going to offer as food?
I'm I'm not going to offer anything, but already its food habit is
Usually
usually,
what?
yeah, fish,
Yeah,
fish,
fish, like captured by mankind,
captured by mankind. Yes,
right? Right?
yes,
Do you see the
yes.
irrationality here? And you want to continue
Rational.
that
This
irrationality
is,
here,
yes.
irrationality,
This is irrational. This is irrational.
right?
This is irrational
Catching
because
fish itself
catch
is an irrational by human
irrational
being.
thing.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right?
And
So one
that
must
is
seize
not
it.
love at all. That is
It's
not
not. It's
love
not.
at
It's
all.
spoiling the cat's habit, and the cat is becoming dependent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
So
is
that way.
already dependent.
Yeah, already dependent, and if you are proposing that one must continue this dependency which had been created, then that's actually equivalent to bringing another condition to overcome a condition.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, Manisha, you wanted to say something? You raised one.
Saying that you said individuals are not conditioned to take help. So
Yes.
it can this be, I mean, how is this the truth? Can this be an assumption?
That the individual.
Examine this.
Yeah. So if you observe yourself, for an example, if you are able to do something and you are doing the same thing with the help, which you are comfortable with, which one?
Yeah.
Getting the things done. No, I'm not talking about the house help, the habit of getting help and all those stuff. But if you can do it for yourself, versus if you are getting it done, because your need is being fulfilled. Now, if you are fulfilling your need, versus this doesn't require any examples to prove, this is so obvious that if you are doing it for yourself, it is much more preferable sense-wise, sensation-wise, because you will be associated with that particular need closely when you are engaged sense-wise with that. And that will bring a genuine sensation within. Now it is a pseudo sensation. Somebody else is engaging her sensation and you are considering, okay, I am getting a satisfaction. Right? So that's how it works in an insensitive way to be dependent on help. And that's a synonym to handicap also. Yeah, so let's cover a few factors according to nature cure proposal. Otherwise, these are natural proposals also. The different factors which operates at every individual. And we understand the energy flow under the lights of conservation and innervation. So in nature cure, pure nature cure, we consider these 8 factors as important factors for energy conservation. Inputs, under inputs, there are 4 factors: radiation, air, water, and solid food. Radiation, air, water, and solid food. These are the primary ingestion. Primary ingestion. So with the external world, we interact through these. We ingest these. Radiation, we take the solar particle in this galaxy primarily. Air, the fresh air, we breathe in. Water, we drink. Solid food, we eat. Right. Now, there are 2 columns that you are seeing right now. The red column says the conservation through inquiry. Conservation through inquiry. And the violet column says innervation through ideas. So the red column is proposing the natural order, and the violet column is proposing the conflicting order. P3, P2 loop, P3, P2 dominance. And this one is P1, P2, P3, the red one. Right? So the red and the violet. Now, as far as the radiation is concerned, use of open space and shades as indicated through the body is natural. Use of open space and the shades according to the requirement and indication of the body is very much natural. If it is a soothing light, then we prefer to be in the sunlight, be in the open air. Now, if it is an irritating, high, bright sunlight, then we go under the shade. That used to be the natural movement. Now, what happens in the innervating way? Use of confined, unventilated spaces that came from P3. Idea generated modification of the environment, which is house. We started living in house, confined house, unventilated confined house, right? And this could be countered in other side of the spectrum by enforcing stay in the outside, that I must stay for better sunlight throughout the day. So ignoring the irritation, I'm continuing being in the sunlight. So this is again P3, P2 loop. We are operating with the goal of staying outside. I'm not responding to the body. I'm enforcing an open stay. That's also equally enervating. Now, water is basically operated through the thirst and the tastelessness. The water, the liquid that we consume in this galaxy is called water, and that is indicated by the voice of the organism, the sensation called thirst. And the substance that we consume as water is tasteless, basically. Now, that is what is inquiring, conserving route. Now, innervating, ideated routes are drinking without thirst because of some prescription. Enhancing the taste, Coca-Cola. sharbat, or being obsessed about water, being obsessed about natural water itself. That again, so the first one is that enhancement of the taste. Yeah, Mayavi, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just thinking about this drinking water or being obsessed about water.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about one of the participants who is not eating anything but just drinking a lot of water and having one small fruit meal in the evening.
Hmm.
And at the same time, I'm wondering that she's not she might be okay in health, but there is no change in her appearance. So is that normal? I mean, I'm thinking if I do that, I'm sure I lose a lot of weight. At least I did when I was only on a water fast. I lost kind of 8 kilos or 7 kilos in 8 days.
Yeah,
But
yeah. If one is
what is
without
this
food,
obsession with water?
if one is without food, then it must be
Huh.
indicated by the body.
Yeah,
Because-
right. But otherwise, this obsession with
Yeah.
water, about water, may not be an indication by the body that I don't need or I
As
don't
simple as
want
that, the
water.
water is needed by the body is indicated through thirst. Without thirst, if somebody is drinking water, that's an obsessive drinking.
Huh. So
That's an
that's what I'm
obsessive.
saying. So if it is obsessive, then you are saying it's innovating, no?
Yes,
It is not.
yes. Yes.
It is not going to give the result that it should, probably, no? That.
So first of all, the result is question at the beginning. You know, what result are we seeking? And how rational
I'm
is
saying.
it? So that is being questioned at the beginning. You know, when you propose that if it is happening, then the result will not be achieved. In any way, the result is not going to achieve.
Okay.
It's an assumption of achieving a result whatsoever.
Okay. So basically, it's innovating instead of
Yeah, it's a useless
helping to
journey.
conserve.
It's useless initiative.
Yeah.
Having a
Right.
goal
That's
and
what.
initiating it is a
Right.
useless journey.
But it could also
Right.
be since body right now is asking for more water and less.
Yeah. If the
Also-
body is asking, the thirst is sensed, then it's rational.
Cannot know, as you said, somebody else's P2, P3.
We don't
You
know.
cannot
We don't know. We don't know.
There is
If somebody is emphasizing a goal, that can be questioned. What do you mean by the goal? What do you mean by the result? Because
Yeah.
verbally someone is proposing that then the result will not be
a lot of
achieved.
water because I want to lose weight, and I'm avoiding food because I want to lose weight. That's the goal of the person.
Yes,
Then
yes,
that
it's
can-
irrational. It's irrational. It's he's not going to achieve anything in life.
And
But
it's
if-
not proposed by the body that you do this and
Yeah,
I want this. No.
Yeah. That's a mind game. That's a mind game. Yeah. So we need to rejoin for the last session of the workshop. So let's rejoin with the same link.